Hey y'all. I hope y'all doing wonderful. Um, it's just a day, y'all. It is, and I'm starting to tremendously miss somebody. And now I'm sitting here thinking, y'all, I'm getting personal with myself. Okay, am I missing him because I'm bored? Probably, or or do I really miss him? Like, do my connection really miss him? Like, what do I miss about him? Like, do I miss him? You know. So, hey, Toy Toy, how you doing, darling? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, I really miss him. But sometimes you have to step back when you're dating anybody, or if you're talking, or you're starting to be, you find yourself lost in a situation. You have to like sit back and say, hey, what am I doing? Because anybody can jump into a relationship, anybody can start hunching somebody, um you just, what is the meaning of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I dating, or why are we talking if there's no growth? You know what I'm saying? So when I'm hard on women, like if I say something like Skye talked about, how she was fighting, and while we'll talk about this in a few minutes, but why are you really dating? What's the point of dating? And you under so much pressure. Like, you know, I always think, can't if I'm with somebody and my load is not, this is not like him paying my bills, or cooking me a meal. If my stress level and my functional life is not, if it's not getting better dating you, why am I dating you? And it has nothing really to do with money. It's just, what are we doing for each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you distracting my time from me doing my job? Or, so I have to pay attention to all that. If you're sacrificing, um, what am I gaining when I'm hanging out with you? That's basically what it is. If I'm gaining, a wet tail, or am I gaining, you know, a friend? What am I gaining? So sometimes you always have to think about that when you're dating. That's just me. That's just me on my side. But y'all, it's 3 minutes, so let's get into my Skye life. Skye. All right. So before you came on here, you got a man now. You got a man. You got somebody in your bed. Okay. And obviously he's using some of that water, He's using some of that water. He's using some of that electricity. He's using some of that space and that shelter. And there's no reason why you're coming on here talking about you're about to get evicted, or you're working, they're in the process of evicting you. Your water bill is $900, and your car is broke down. There's no reason why you on here explaining this to the people. Zero reasons. You have a man. When you didn't have a man, you did not open your mouth not once and tell us, hey, y'all, my water bill is so high. What am I going to do? Then, the people probably told you what to do. Your water bill is still high. You know why? It's called a percentage. So if they didn't fix it, you still supposed to still be in control over the months of your bill. Like, for example, your electric is going up, and you're telling the people, hey, something's wrong with my meter, something's going on, I don't know, I turn off this, can you please check? And for some odd reason, they don't check, but your bill is still high because maybe your hot water heater burst or something, something to do with your hot water heater, or there's a, I don't know, something technical was keep on running, or something in your switch or something is activating. Don't know why. So, that's their job. But it's also your job to pay your bills. It's not the people. Now, for example, if you paid a $600 water bill, right? And that water bill should run you up about, maybe, I don't know. I haven't paid a water bill in forever, y'all. I don't think I ever paid a water bill. No, because I stayed in apartments, and apartments normally come with water, or yeah, they normally come with water where I'm at. Um, because that's like a one less bill that you feel like you're not going to get, but that's how they get the rent up high, right? Um, so at the end of the day, we're just gonna just talk. At the end of the day, you know, you get that bill, you can say, hey, this is because of this, and this is going to be taken out of your rent. But obviously, you haven't paid your rent or your water bill. How is that possible? I did when you did that video, you could lost your kids by that video, by the way. Y'all know that. I don't know. I think she stays in North Carolina. I feel like she stays in North Carolina. But yeah, that's neglect. Yeah. Now I don't know how long the water's been out, but if it seemed like it probably was out for a couple of days, but they still needed you to pay the water bill. And for some odd reason, you didn't understand there was a percentage that they had to pay, but you had to pay your percentage too. Because if it went up to neglect, like you didn't tell them, hold on, just say your water bill was up in September and you just told them in December, yeah, the courts can say, oh, you prolonged this, but you still got to pay that. Now, if you told the people that your water bill was higher than usual and this is reason why, and they still didn't do nothing about it, that I feel like it's a lie. You didn't tell them because your house is nasty. That's just me. You know that they have to go in your house, they have to look at your house, and that is your secret way of not allowing them in. But you're gonna sit there and tell the court, well, my water bill is so high. Nobody in their right mind will pay no more than $200 for a water bill unnecessarily. Like, I'm sorry, if you have electric in your house or gas, you know that your bill is supposed to be a certain amount every month or whatever. I just feel like you want something out of nothing. That's the new reality. This is what these new YouTube mommies are coming in the front for us with. Let me blame somebody else for my problems. You have 6 kids, Skye. There's no reason why you're facing eviction and not having water. You on YouTube. Start making those videos and subtitle videos that people might want to watch. Clean with me and my roaches. That sounds like a good thing. I think I will use it if I had roaches. Clean with me with my roaches, and then I have a picture of roaches, with a little fake, a little fake brush or something, cleaning beside me. You will get a killer. Stop coming on here complaining about A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Do what you have to do. You're a mother. And now, one thing I want to talk about was your vehicle. You got a man. Why are you telling us that your starter went out? You was big enough to buy that vehicle without even thinking of taking it to the mechanic. Because I don't know how she bought the vehicle. I don't know. She went to a dealer or whatever. Buy as is, pay here, buy here. I don't know. But you have 6 kids. You can't invest in something that's going to break down in 2 days. Y'all, when I worked at this dealer, I didn't know how important it is to be a woman and being a thinking woman and listening woman. That is the key. You have to listen. Because if you don't listen, those people can shit on you. You know how many, not just women, you know how many men comes up and they don't know the basic things for after they purchase a vehicle, or what questions to not ask. Well, my car is not acting up, and I bought the car, and I'm like, did you get any warranty? No, I didn't get no warranty. Oh well, I don't know what to tell you. What the car as is. You can hopefully that they'll like you over the phone. Because the salespeople, and they buy your car, they out. Their transaction with you is done. Not all of them, but majority of them, they just want your money. You know how many times people come to me and they say, "Oh my gosh, he sold me the car. He just walked right past me." You just you're not important now. People find out how cold it is being a customer. That is the most coldest reality. Thank you. But there's no reason why you coming on here dry begging. Skye, why you haven't paid your rent that you gotta go through eviction? Don't tell me it's Christmas and you got, girl, that's one thing you have to do. That's his comfort. And Skye, I want to tell you something. Now, I don't know how clean or dirty your house is. I don't know. Um, but this might help with illness in your household. Um, just chiming in. Well, I am talking about Skye. What is her name? Skye World. Um, couple couple months ago, she was on here with the roaches sensations from top to bottom. Now she's facing eviction. She's facing her water to be cut off, and she has a car problem. In her last video 30 minutes ago, and Skye is really known to have. I think she has awesome haul videos. Because she got a lot of kids. One, and she goes to Sam's. I like that, and she also goes to Aldi's. Now I'm not a big Aldi's fan, y'all. Ever since I back in the day when Aldi's first came out and we didn't know better, I loved Aldi's. Okay, I thought Aldi's had the best chicken wings and the best pancakes. And one day I got a bad batch of the pancakes, and I have not touched Aldi's since. Okay, I refuse. So that's a bad batch. I have not touched nothing at Aldi's. And but yeah, Skye is a little slower than Jazz. Um, but she's learning how to manipulate the the YouTube streaks. And basically I'm just pointing her out. So at the end of the day, Skye, Make sure your kids take a bath when they come home from school automatically. All right, that's a number one key. When your kids go to school, get them straight to the bathroom. Like, hey, do not sit on my furniture. Do not sit on your beds. Take your clothes off. Put them in the dryer. Put them in the dirty clothes. Bad, bad, boom. All right. That stops the illness because that's where the illness starts at home from the kids transporting from their clothes and their book bag and all that stuff. Have a designating spot for everything when they come home. Another thing, make sure every kid is not touching. Make sure your kids are not touching the food products without washing their hands. When you said everybody had like a stomach something, it means that everybody's sharing food. That's what it's basically is. Like you're sharing food, you're putting your hands in it, and people are not washing. That's how the bacteria goes in. A lot of times people don't know that, and that's okay because you'll get a lot of stomach illness, and that's what caused me one year. I think COVID caused me to rethink how I handle my kids and sickness and stuff like that. Um, and I think I'll probably have to. I'm gonna have a hard time when my toddler go back to school and he goes to daycare because that's something that they like to do. They like to touch and they like to play and stuff like that. But you gotta stop the sickness from somebody. Okay, so the golden rule is the kids don't share drinks and they don't drink off of me and I don't drink off of them because of the quickness of me picking up something or them picking up something that can cause everybody to be sick. That's just a pointer. I'm not sitting here, making fun of you. I already made fun of you about, you know, not paying your bills. Because trust me, your bills don't get high because of one time. You notice it. I'm sorry if I see a $600 water bill or a 600 light bill, and my light bill's normally running about, just say my light bills run about 160. I say an apartment, so it runs me about 160. And one, we're probably never home, and two, typically our we have peak times here. So typically my peak time does starts running and I'm at home. Vice versa in the summertime. I'm not home in the summer, my kid's not here either. So it all depends. It seems like you're at home a little bit more and you have more kids, so you have to run the bath a little bit more, use the bathrooms a little bit more. I get it, but not 600. You should supposed to have been already talking to the people prior to that. So my son came straight home and get in the shower. Yes, like I don't understand. I don't know how sick your son would get, but I see less sick days at my house since I did that. And again, since COVID, I will see. Trust me, I remember living with my mom. It was me, my son, and my daughter, and my mom was staying in North Carolina, and everybody was sick. And I tell you, it started with my daughter. It started with um my son, and then it started with me. Then it started with my mom. Started with my dad. And the only one that did not get sick was probably my brother. He didn't get sick. And he didn't. And I was like, what is this? And my mom was like, your kids go to school. And ever since then I said we don't eat off of each other, because if we are eating something from churches or Popeyes, yeah, we don't eat off of each other. We make sure the food is good, and I'm very strict on that. I might not be the best housekeeper, but baby, when it comes down to food and stomach and throw up, girl, bad. My kids know from day one. My daughter, they know from day one. They don't throw up on the floor. You throw up on the floor. See who's gonna be cleaning that up? Cause I ain't. I'll probably be the only mother in history that don't clean throw up. Okay, I don't clean throw up. That's bad. I know that's bad. But yes, Sky, and take care of your household. I don't understand how you so quick to jump into a relationship with this man that can sing in the shower and you don't have your shit together. Y'all know that's the most embarrassing thing. I think as a woman that have kids to be not struggling. No, that's not even it. You're not even struggling. You don't try. That's different. If YouTube is something I am dependent on, I tell y'all no lie. I'm depending on YouTube. I think I won't be talking about a lot of these mommies on YouTube, right? I wouldn't. Um, because I know that different I have a different assignment if I had to do day in the lives, and I know how to, what I'm saying, like the time that she said that she got attacked by a dog, she should have a story time about that one. And she said that, riding the city bus, I always say, that is good content because people don't know that reality. They don't know that, hey, riding the bus back in the day, I needed to take like a double trip. I needed to take a different trip before I went home. Now I sit in my car. I don't understand. Y'all probably think I'm crazy. But when I had my riding bus days, I had to take a trip to a different location. Like I went across town just to do sightseeing, right? Because you're not driving, and you can just daydream and tone out, and then you can go home to your next ride, where you go to that next destination to a trans or is it a changing spot. And when I stayed, is like the changing spot was downtown and also by the mall. That was a changing spot. So I might take that trip, I'm sorry, from that changing spot and do a sightsee and then go to that other changing spot to go home. And I tell you, I was so peaceful and calm and collected. It wasn't even funny anymore. But I mean, Sky, I think she has great opportunities. Stop dry begging. And also, no offense, no offense. If somebody is not functionable in their real personal life, how can you take a mindset class with that person? And what are you learning? Because right now, all you talk about is peach, and you had to get ready before your peach class, your mindset class. And what I see right now is you don't have a mindset reclass. You don't even I don't even think you go there to reset your mind. You go there to have a good time. There's no growth. You probably need to rethink. Personally, I think you probably need to rethink what you're putting in your space at times. Because sometimes you might think somebody's for you and they be always against you. I always say Peach is against the people that follow her because the way that she talks about people, she only getting certain jabs through her people that she fellowship with. Just being honest. Paige has a very jealous spirit and a very mean spirit at it. A woman will tell you that she's not gonna give somebody she wouldn't give somebody a $5, and because she works and I work and I never but loves to brag about going here and here. Would you think Pete should give you, let's say, do you think Pete should give you $500 for your water bill? That girl rather see you doing content outside. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, Sky, I like to see Sky's content, y'all. I really do. I think it's don't watch her content while you eating because sometimes her background can be very dirty, very dirty. But again, that's what you expect with certain people. You know what I'm saying? She might be a downer person, might be a great mom. I promise you, I'm always seeing her doing birthdays, um, definitely birthdays. She's always celebrating with her family. She has a very family oriented content, but it's more like the shenanigans that will hinder her growth. Even though she got 9K, yes, 9K. And 9K might be, I say about 20% of it probably be haters that want to see how nasty she lives, okay? Because, hey, believe it or not, people really do like seeing nastiness, okay? Look at Hoarders. That was like the number one show on TLC before my 600-pound life. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, people like seeing that type of vibe on a regular. So, maybe. And Sky, for me, when you said that you want a better home, and like I said, I'm not the best housekeeper, but I do believe in this cleaning one room at a time. So if you start by cleaning, say, my living room, that's the one room I need to pick up before I go to bed. And you make sure that you pick up everything in your living room so you can open your door freely or if you can. And then for you know it, say, just give yourself a date like, okay, so my goal is to make sure there is no dirty dishes in my sink. That can be another starting goal. So you might can give yourself, make sure you wash your dishes, but there might be a day that you can deep clean your refrigerator and your stove top and all that. And so that can also help you. So you're not feeling overwhelmed. So you start with one room before you know it, you're having a conscious day that you're picking up or you're giving your kids tasks. Don't be afraid of telling your kids to do the walls and the baseboards. That's not a bad, that's, I promise you. I thought I was the worst parent by making my kids clean the baseboards and the walls. But that is something that can also help to, keep the house clean. And before you know it, your kids will start, vacuuming. And also, this is something that helps me with keeping my kids organized. Is not having, I want their floors to be as clean as possible when they go to bed. I think their room should stay clean. If it's messy, you go and check it out. Make sure that there's no toys on the bed. Make sure there's no food in the room. That is the stuff that's going to help you to maintain a not a clean house, but a healthy home. Okay, if it's function organized, because you really seem like when you was talking about how you had to get rid of like your air fryer, your rice cooker, your crock pot, um, it really harmed you because it's like, darn, that's my functioning level. And it is. I get it. But you can't, if you don't do the basic stuff that you need for your household, it's going to be extremely hard, Skye. It doesn't matter if you're in that house or another house. You don't get basic control over your home. Because when you was cooking, no offense, your background in the back should not been that dirty. You have 6 kids. 6 kids don't mean you live nasty. Okay, that's just me. I'm never one of these type of people that drags on these content creators. I promise you, because y'all, that's something that I can't do. I can't put the camera up to my face and vlog every 4 minutes to somewhere to a destination. I just can't. But I understand keeping the house clean. I understand um letting your dishes and clothes go for a couple of days. But my thing is, I'm on Skye right now because there's no reason why you didn't pay your water bill or your rent. I don't care how hard times is. If she can, you know what? She can afford it. She can. She can afford it. I'm not going to sit here and say that she couldn't afford her rent. She just chose to pick what she wanted to spend her money on. Just like us, you know? But your rent is more important. And trust me, I'm just going to say this, guy. You have a better advantage than a lot of people. When you on Section A, I don't know if she's on it, but you on some type of government assistance, you have it a little bit better than the rest. Okay? Can you imagine somebody, you don't have to pay that 14, $1,800 rent. All right? You don't. You don't have to pay that. And I'd be so mad if I find out how much she pays her rent. Y'all be hot. Because you know why? Because I bet you it's less than 1,000. Are you making it harder for the next person that has that type of assistance? I hope y'all realize when y'all using these federal government, it's harder. It's got the way that you keep in your house with section 8. If you have section 8, I see why people don't rent their house out to civilians of section 8. I see why. But it is what it is. And Toy, you're right. Teach your kids to clean. That is number one. Teach your kids to clean. I promise you. When you teach your kids to clean up, and even this, and this is something I learned with my 16-year-old. And she's 16. She's 15. She's 15, y'all. She's 15. She had me scared for a moment. How old is she? But she's 15. And Your dirty habits, they will pick up. Okay? I learned that. And y'all, when little girls, when they get to a certain age, you have to remind them to do what? Throw away certain things they have to throw away. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Let me be very nice. Be very nice. She's extremely great on that. Okay? Okay, she's extremely great. Because y'all, when I tell you I was terrible, I'll be first to let you know my mom probably can come to my bathroom and say, "Hey, you got a trash can right here." And she will. My mom will. She's like, "You got a trash can right here. Throw it away." But she's extremely good at that. So I am blessed because trust me, if she got that bad habit from me, yeah, yeah. I used to get in so much trouble for that. You got a trash can right here. Y'all, I can hear that in my sleep, okay? I'm scared of it. I even look back, you know. But yes, guy, I can see that you probably toss and leave trash all over your room, and that's explains why your kids do it, okay? But I like to see great things for Skye, I really do. No lie. I like seeing great things for all these mommies. Like, but we know deep down inside, it only gonna last until tax season. Then after tax season, it's gonna go back to the dry begging stage. Okay, Skye, you gonna get some taxes. Okay, I'll tell you this: you have credit cards, go ahead and pay those off for a rainy day. That's cool. You're gonna pay them off. Don't even look at them. But I understand with 6 kids, everything might be emergency. But save you $600. Don't put it in your scam. Just put it away. Put it in some pants or put it somewhere that it is just $50 here, $50 there, and just put it up there for emergencies. Again, you seem like you have a little bit more emergencies than the average. Okay. When you have credit cards, just pay those off with your tax money and just pay that off. You'll have credit card loans, pay those off because it seems like you have more emergencies than anybody that on this YouTube. Okay, there's no reason why your license is $800. There's no reason why you're evicting. You're in the process of getting evicted. All right, so when you get your tax money, just start doing small stuff. If you can't save 600, save 400, but at least save something more than $200. Um, I would say keep. I would tell you. I would tell you like, hey, you got 6 kids. Be safe, 6,000. But I know it's extremely hard. Okay, it's extremely hard. Okay, I get it. But it's just a rainy day. And Skye, when you start saving back for yourself and your children rainy days, guess what happens? You won't see as many rainy days. That's your rules off. How many people have money problems that has a savings account? Not like that, but have savings in it. They don't. Because their emergencies is actual real life emergencies. It's not okay, that's like a refrigerator going out or a freezer going out. That's when they can go in that slot and get another refrigerator or a washing machine or another vehicle. They don't have that. It's called discipline, and you definitely need discipline. Definitely with 6 kids. And it can start with your bank account. When you start learning how to have discipline, it will. When you start knowing how to pay your bills, it's discipline. It's hard discipline, but it's discipline, y'all. Paying tithes is hard, okay? Whew. I'm like, can you get up? Can you change the wordage from 20% to 5%? Oh, yeah, yeah. Is it 10%? 10%? I think size is 10%. 10%. I think it's 10%. Don't be quoting me. Yeah, I gotta go back to the Bible. I think it's 10%. I think it is 10%. It is. See how much I don't go to church, right? It is 10%. But hey, can we get a 10%? 5%? Can you change that to 5%, please? But it's the principle of it. It's called discipline. And Skye, when you have discipline, your house can be a little bit more organized. You have discipline. You're not overspending on, snacks and goodies like that. Because she does buy a lot of goodies and stuff like that. And I also wanted to say this before I leave y'all. Skye, you can tell what women have when they have to feed men. Okay? You can tell. They make two fucking meats. Just random. Two fucking meats. You had ribs and roast beef. That's how you can tell when women have multiple. They got a man now. Those kids was eating. They was eating one meat. I tell y'all can't make these people up. Gotta take care of your kids first, and then you can play with your man. That's how I always roll. Take care of your kids. I don't feed men in my house. They feed themselves, or yeah, I don't feed them. That's not what I do. And I feed my husband, like Miss Nettie. Y'all, before I leave, y'all, I don't know if y'all see Miss Nettie and Charles, but they got a package. Y'all, please tell me I wasn't seeing anything. But Charles and Miss Nettie can't read, y'all. But it's funny. Okay. You can cuss somebody out, but then you're having a hard time with reading the passage or the note. Y'all, when I saw that, I was like, is he a hard time reading? Because Miss Nettie tried to be cute with me, okay? She tried to be cute. She said, well, thank you. What did I say? And then she ran, like, did she run? She ran when, and he know goodness way he couldn't read that, y'all. He knew goodness way he couldn't read it. That was funny. Yeah, so now I'm watching like Charles and Snetty read. Like I'm watching that. Like, let me see if they read him again, but that's another lady that's a hot ass mess. She's mean. She is very mean to her subscribers, y'all. That's another one that I watch, and I'm saying, damn, she mean. She is. But y'all, beautiful people, y'all have a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Cause y'all, I am extremely tired, and I gotta pick up my children, and I got so much else to do. But it is okay. It's okay. Earlier today, I was talking about a significant person, and I miss him. But I gotta be strong. Okay, I gotta be strong. I got things to do, and I cannot try to escape what I need to do. And this is for anybody that needs to hear this. You cannot escape anything you need to do. Okay, it's still going to be egging at you. It's still going to irk your nerves. So just go ahead and knock it out. Um, I'm in a class, And he wrote, "What is your biggest time waster?" And you know what? I said, unwinding. Okay. I spend a lot of time unwinding. So when I get up from get up in the morning, I sit on the bed and I unwind. Whatever my unwind is, that can be scrolling or just looking out in space. All right. I unwind before I come to work. I sit in my car about 15 minutes just looking out of space. Okay. I unwind before I get off work and sit in my car and fight traffic. I unwind. Y'all, I'm not lying. So that is my biggest time wasting. It's just unwinding. So I unwind about 7 or 8 times out of the day. Okay. And again, unwinding is definitely can be scrolling. So that is just something I can't escape from doing what I need to do. And I won't be so anxious later because I need to get something done. So, y'all, get it done. Get it done to your best ability and keep it rolling. Then don't be an unwinder like me, okay? I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.